Yesterday, the day before yesterday, I changed my Guru Yoga routine, and because I was reading a Longchenpa text, and it described the four activities and a chant for the Guru, and some visualizations, and so I wrote that down on a separate sheet of paper so I wouldn't mess my book up all the time, and until I memorized it, and started doing that. And it made a difference. Also, I referred to my guru by a different name that I had inscribed on a charm that I had put in his stupa. And then because he kept saying, you didn't put any offerings in here. You're supposed to put offerings. I put offerings in here. They're in the other bag in there. And he says, I can't find them. There's something in the way. And I had had to improvise because this was during a time when I was buying Rembrandt charms. They're gold and silver. At a time when I had a job, but I was under a lot of observation, and I was engaged in multiple activities, including speaking to Islamists online. So I had got this charm bracelet, and it was not Islamically disruptive, but it had the offering substances on it, just kind of coded a little bit. Music was a gun, the light was a hot air balloon, and so I put all that in there. And if you had asked me, I couldn't have told you what they were, but I realized I had all that in charms except for the flower, which I had to use a ring for. So now that he's got all of that, it's working a lot better. And I was having thoughts about things that I haven't thought about in a while, like if somebody ever paid me for the damages, it'd be worth a lot of money. And then what would I do with the money? Because I don't believe that we should claim a bauble bigger than what the Buddha would protect for a monk, which is a pretty big house. I mean, back to the wall and then walk 7 steps. But, it's a pretty small house in these days. And when we started these conversations, zoning wouldn't allow these kinds of houses. And now you've got mini homes that are even smaller. And they're allowing them on multiples on properties so that I could start gathering, women. But I would expect them to work, and then I would have to hire somebody because they, hire a nun that's ordained or something for them. And that kind of thing, if I had all the money in the world. But when I have these thoughts, they are for this purpose. If somebody else repurposes these thoughts, they have to carry out these activities.